Art schools are expensive. If you just think about the consumables that art departments need, they go through their materials, costumes and shoes for ballet students for when they perform, for sound equipment for when our choirs are performing beyond our walls. You could go on and on. Those things are very expensive. I'm not worried about the funding stream for our school. It's a public school. We have money that comes to us from the state of Missouri. Not worried about that at all. Why we're coming to families, friends, patrons is because we've reached that place where it's very clear that we can no longer only rely on that funding stream. It's just not enough to make us what you as families and us as the faculty know we need to have. I want to be able to make sure that Grand Center Arts Academy fulfills its mission, fulfills what we've said we are going to do all along, fulfills what the parents who are currently here have bought into by believing in the dream and the vision of our school, because we are at a place where the funding gap is becoming more and more challenging for us to overcome because of the cost of an art school. I am here to directly appeal to the need of bridging that gap. But there's so much more that we need to provide, and we've been saying we're going to do that, and we are. But as we continue to grow, as we continue to have students that keep getting older and need more and more defined arts instruction, the better they get, the more they have to have a faculty that can really meet that need. We are there. We need this assistance. I am here to directly ask for that. There is nothing in Missouri, the state of Illinois, we could go to the states beyond, there is no school like Grand Center Arts Academy. We are the only public school, charter art school in the region. It sets us apart. It makes us very, very unique and very different. There are other things that make us unique. One is the diversity of our student population. We are thrilled that we have such a wide variety of families, students, talent, eagerness. It's a mix of students that is, what can I say except at the end of the day, I'm still very excited and eager every morning to come back and be in this place. Because it's about staffing, it's having the right number of faculty to meet the needs of the highest level of students as well as those that we're bringing up to that level. It's also in the resources, the amount that it costs to have a graphic design studio for the art students and a piano keyboard lab for the music students and many, many levels of ballet, many levels within the different dance departments. That's where the expense is very high, but it's also, no schools have that kind of expense because their arts faculty, their arts resources, very, very limited. That's what we know from most of us being in the schools that we are in. That's where the gap is coming in. Our parents are beyond what I could have ever hoped for in that they are very active in our school. We are so grateful for the time commitment that parents give us, their volunteer hours, their willingness to form booster groups, to be here for anything that we need them to be here for. It's a wonderful resource with our neighbors in this arts community, with the parent groups that we have. It's wonderful. There is still this additional need for funding. It still is about needing dollars to make some of this work for us. Your student will see the benefit of this fundraising that we're doing right now. They will be able to come home in January at the beginning of the second semester and tell you clearly what looks different about Grand Center Arts Academy as a direct result of the funds we're raising right now. You will hear it, you will see students, your own child will be able to tell you why it's even better than it already is because we're getting additional support and funds and resources, materials, and people in the arts departments. I am hoping that you can see some of the videos that we've done for this campaign, that you can directly speak with students who are even your own. But those in the wider community who actually see our students doing what they do in a group that is diverse racially, gender, by ages. It is so, it touches the heart. It really speaks to, oh, this is what we should be doing everywhere. Well, we are doing it at Grand Center Arts Academy, absolutely. And we're asking that anyone who's watching this video, this interview, to think bigger than just the families that come here in this appeal, because we know that there is interest in the broader community to support us. We are very aware of the time that parents give us, their talents that they provide for us. This is a direct appeal for funding, whether it is in the amount of $1 a day, which for a year, that's $180, whether it is in amounts far beyond that. There is a place for everyone to have a place and a role in being able to provide funds for us. We are grateful for any contribution, no matter the size. It is an opportunity to speak with employers, to speak with grandparents, aunts, uncles, neighbors, friends, all of that group of people who are in your world. It's an opportunity for them to also invest in the future of the students that attend here. The future of our school is so bright. I have no doubt that we are here to stay with an exceptional reputation in just 2 years and 3 months. This is a direct appeal to continue the work that we're doing, to ground us even further, and to move us into the future for those new students that are coming in even next year and in the years beyond. The year before we opened, I was hired to make this school happen. It was only me, and it was a challenge, but one that I didn't even think twice about taking on. I so knew from my years already being a principal and a teacher in the St. Louis area that no school existed like I envisioned in my head, nothing. I took it on thinking I knew what it could be. I knew what the possibilities were. I needed to know and be able to prove to the wider community that you can build schools that makes every student feel safe and comfortable, and they have found their home for the creative students, and that we are doing it in such a way that we've got kids making art together, and where they come from, what they look like, doesn't matter to them anymore. When the summer before we opened, I was selling air. I didn't have students to show to parents. I didn't have a building at the time. The one we are currently in wasn't even beginning of renovation. I didn't have faculty yet to show, but I had what I knew. The vision was in my head. I knew what we could be. 2 years and 3 months later, it's no longer air. Students are coming to us and hearing about us in so many different ways. Their reputation is solid. The parents here are thrilled that they've made the choice, that their student has found a place that is theirs. They feel like this is their community. It's no longer about the air, it's the real thing, and it is so exciting to be a part of this.